Sweet. Welcome back to another fun episode. No guests this week.
So just you and me.
It's just us coming at you. So, yeah, feeling rested this time.
Yeah, you're definitely looking a lot more rested.
Anyway, cool. Well, I have this fun one here. I figured I'd do a little more specific veggies. I've been doing kind of the whatever you have kind of deal. So if you're not using any of this and you need to use up different veggies, like the past, 15 streams have kind of incorporated whatever you have kind of things. I wanted to make specific just to kind of make it a little more interesting for people. So, but
and
we're
let's
gonna
celebrate some sweet corn too, right?
Well,
like,
yeah, trying to work in cream corn specifically because I love fresh cream corn. So it sure beats the heck out of the canned stuff. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And
it's not even close.
It's really simple to do. So, yeah, but no, we got eggplants are starting to get out here with the heat that we had. Tomatoes are coming around. And of course, stone fruit, okra, if you can find it. It's pretty not common out here. And then with the corn, we're going to do some of these fresh shallots that we're still using up. We got a little basil. So, yeah, good time.
I've got Sarah here. I think she's the raising hand emoji. I don't know if she has a question or if she's saying hi.
Sweet.
Sarah, if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat for me and let me know.
Sweet. But, yeah, welcome. We'll start it up. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the corn for making cream corn really quick. So we can put that just on low heat, let it simmer for a bit, and then we'll get the eggplants prepped up and get our fish out. Exciting to do little fish out here in Colorado. So
it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fish we have access to is not the easiest to get a hold of.
Not always, no.
The local stuff, anyway.
Shankini says she got her corn at Munson and picked up eggplant from Speedwell.
There you go.
She's super excited for the creamed corn. I am too. I'm looking for every excuse to eat corn all the time right now. Because we get it for like a month and a half-ish.
What?
So we usually get it for like a month and a half, 2
What's
months.
That?
Corn.
Corn is
until the first frost.
Late July.
Who knows when that's going to be?
Late July till the first frost. So.
Yeah. It's Colorado, so anything can happen. We can have it until October, or it could snow September 1st.
Yeah, you're right.
Who really knows? So eat it while you can.
All right. So, ripping husks, doing what you can with the silk. It's not really the end of the world if you have a few pieces. Cool. I recommended 6 to 8 ears because you probably want some leftovers. So, but
I definitely wish we had 6 to 8 ears so that we
3.
had leftovers.
We're doing 3. So, easiest way to do this. We are going to cut off. So the goal is to kind of cut in the middle of the kernel all the way down.
So you're not going all the way to like the cob?
Nope.
Oh. Guess I've been doing it wrong the whole time.
So
why don't I want to go by the cob?
Let's make cream corn. So we are trying to get texture and juice in everything.
Which is why you're doing it over the bowl, so you catch everything?
Well, it makes it so you're not cutting on this surface. Your corn kernels go everywhere.
I've definitely done that a few times before.
So we're just cutting down. Into a bowl. If you don't have this big of a bowl, grab a smaller knife and a smaller bowl. All right.
Could I do this with like a paring knife or?
If you had to, yeah. If you had a tiny bowl to cut into.
Yeah.
And then what we want to do, take the back of your knife or a spoon or something. We're going to scrape all the liquid out.
Oh yeah, look at that. Everything's like coming out of the husks on that.
So you have this. Now it's empty. Cool. Compost it up or whatever you need to do with it.
You can make corn stock with it too, right?
You can.
I actually like to use it in pastry too. If I'm doing like a custard or something with corn, I'll take the leftover husk and throw it in, or cob, I should say, and throw it in some milk and steep it.
Yeah, I mean, we got most of the flavor out, so anything with that's going to be a lot less flavorful.
Yeah, but a little extra can't hurt.
No. But
You at least feel like you got something out of the rest of it.
so, rinse, wash, repeat with all your corn here.
Now, like what you just did for this, is it specifically just for doing like cream corn, or like, is this anytime I want to take corn off the cob that I should like prepare it the way you're doing it right now?
This is for cream corn specifically.
Okay. So if I was like just doing this to like saute into something, you would cut closer to the cob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Actually, that reminds me of doing the whiskey creamed corn that we did on the Paris breasts a while back, once upon a time. Eliana actually reached out this week to see if she could get that recipe, so
Nice.
yeah. I had to think about everything that was in it.
All right.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in the splash zone over here.
danger zone, man. So we have this. So clearly does not look like cream corn yet. So now we have this done to extract as much liquid as we can. Now we want to put about half of this mixture you have into the blender. That'll get you the rest of what you're going for. So bring this. Bring it over here.
Wow, you're treating me today.
I know. All right. Let's see. That's probably about half. And if you have your 6 to 8 ears, this won't be difficult.
Will you just use the tamp on that? Please don't stick a spoon in there.
Huh?
Oh, you're tasting it. I thought you were about to try and push that down with a spoon.
I am
Giving me stress.
turning it off first, though. Nice. So now we have what will be the rest of this deliciousness. Let's see.
I know it's not even cooked yet, but it already looks so good.
And I don't know. Get what you can out of here.
What, do we not have any spatulas?
Not the small ones.
Oh.
It's okay. So there's that. I'm just gonna go.
So that's a saucepan.
Yep. Cool. Right. So, in that, I'm going to use our shallot. If you got the onion, we'll use part of the onion. Just kind of put it in. We'll slow cook everything together. So.
You just kind of chopping the tips off and then peeling them.
Yeah, I mean, the more they cure, the more they kind of get the dried layers in there. And I'm just removing all these dried layers.
Yeah, they're really pretty terrible if you don't get them off. You wind up getting that chewy piece of onion.
Thin, papery.
Yeah.
Doesn't cook.
No. But then it's like soggy and tough. I love having fresh onions. Oh, I totally forgot to get potatoes at the market this weekend.
It's okay.
Bummer.
Next weekend. All right. So for what we have, this might be enough. Let's check it out.
So you're cutting in half?
Just the shape of these.
Since they're like kind of round.
So I can't, like the way that's together. I sliced in because I can't cut at the sides of this middle one. Mm-hmm. That's really all. So, just doing a really fine dice here. Cut in on that.
So when you're doing the dice, you basically just make the onions kind of the size that you want. Is there any chance you can pull your head back a little bit? Thank you.
Yep.
So you cut them that way with the size that you want, and then you cut them again to make them almost like a square.
Yep. And they fall apart naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
as long as you cut them all the way through, yes.
Yeah. So,
those are almost like garlic cloves. They're so tiny.
Yeah, shallots. Cool. All right, so we're going to take these. I'm just throwing them in. Little salt. I'll use some of this good white pepper.
I had a feeling it would be the white pepper today.
You can use black pepper or whatever. But I love the pepper. All right. So now, I just want this on low, so the starchiness and the sugars in the corn can burn on you pretty quick. That's just kind of...
Well, there's not a lot of liquid in the pot, so it caramelizes faster.
I mean, there's some liquid, but yeah. So we'll go
It's
ahead.
not a substantial amount.
And as it cooks, it'll get a little more liquidy as the vegetable releases some moisture. So with that on low, we'll keep an eye on it. I mean, there's always a possibility we'll have to add a splash of water, but we'll just keep an eye as we go. All right, so next, let's see. I'm going to reuse my corn bowl. Give it a rinse.
What are you using this for?
Our eggplant.
Cool.
So, mostly dry. It's not a big deal. So eggplant, I call this confit eggplant. Is it really confit? I mean, not by technical terms, but it's the best word for it. So
you just chop the top off there?
Yeah, chop off the top, chop off the bottom. This is my favorite preparation for eggplant. That's kind of why I wanted to do this, so people could see it.
I think I recall this being on a menu a few times.
Oh, dude, yeah.
During eggplant season.
Every year I use this in something because it's just too good not to. So, what I want to do, I just want this to look nice.
You're leaving skin on?
Personally. We are leaving some skin on. I trim a little off the edges that are a little extra rounded out to square it up a little more. Because I like stuff to look nice, but you don't have to.
Oh, why didn't you take the skin off?
It doesn't need to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there certain, like, not everybody has the exact eggplant that you're cooking today. Is there a certain eggplant that you would recommend taking the skin off for?
This early in the season, no. I feel like it's kind of like how the spring veggies, you know, you kind of like the first of the carrots and all these things. You know, the longer they sit around, the tougher the skins seem to get. So if you're doing this again in another few weeks, maybe, and it also growing conditions and different things affect skin thickness and stuff like that. But the worst offenders are usually the super dark purple, the big globe eggplants.
The ones you typically think of when you think of eggplant?
Yeah.
So how are you slicing this now?
So again, I'm just kind of squaring it up.
So that little wedge that you just cut off is going to go in the trash?
Yeah. Compost, trash, wherever. And then...
How thick are those slices? About a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch?
3/4.
3/4?
Right? It's probably 3/4. Either way, you want large chunks. You want nice, well, large chunks, but something you could eat.
Like in one bite without your cheeks puffing out?
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice size.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking about is like the size of what you have to eat to make it easy. I didn't get these exactly straight, but...
You know what? We're all going to live.
Yeah, I know. So...
I hear something whistling over there. I don't know if your corn might need some attention.
Yeah. All right, so we're literally on low heat and it is sticking to the bottom of the pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and add like a 1/4 cup of liquid to keep this from happening. And then as the starches cook and the corn cooks down, we'll cook that water off. But
Yeah, anytime something's starting to scorch, usually a little splash of water will save the
so
day.
for what I did for that 3 ears, it's probably about a 1/4 cup of water. I just kind of, I don't know if you can see this or where
Hang
you
on,
want
I'll
it.
put it out on the overhead.
This guy?
Yeah.
So you can see little liquidy, but not.
I mean, if
go
you
overboard.
accidentally put too much water,
Yeah, it'll
you're just
cook
gonna have
down.
to cook longer. That's all. It's just gonna take longer to get it done.
Yeah, that was
But
already.
water will eventually evaporate out of it.
Yeah, so starting to stick. Add a little water. Let's keep it nice. So diced eggplants. For now, throw it in your bowl.
So you're basically just cubing these up.
Yeah, large dice.
Cool. I can smell that corn already. It smells really good. I think it might be the shallots actually with the corn.
It's the shallot. Yeah,
It's my favorite smell.
it's good stuff.
I think my favorite smell in the entire world though is butter and onions cooking.
We don't have butter in there yet, but we'll put a little in on the finish.
I'm just saying, it's one of the best smells I think on the planet. I made caramelized onions a few times last week for different things, different projects of mine, and just getting them started is the best.
It's on low. It's still. Put it on really low. Just traps heat. Not sticking though.
That's
Simmering. So it's simmering away. All right.
You start to get that paranoid feeling when you hear those noises behind you.
Yeah, it's like when milk's boiling over.
Oh, dude, you know, just the second before it hits the rim, what happened, and you're probably not going to make it there in time.
Yeah, because you hear the heat sizzling off the heat on the side of the pan. All right.
I can do the same thing with sugar. I can tell where it's at by the smell.
Sweet. So, eggplant. These things act like a sponge, especially with oil. So, I've definitely infused oil with like rosemary or different herbs before to soak into this, but today we're just going to do some really nice.
I have a little herb-infused oil in there if you want to use it up with your olive oil.
No,
Okay.
just going to do this really nice organic olive oil.
It looks like a lot of olive oil.
Yes.
I thought you told me you weren't going to use my whole bottle today.
I'm not using the whole bottle.
I just bought it.
This soaks it up, and then as it cooks, it will soak even more up. So
It's kind of almost like potatoes, right? Just like a sponge.
potatoes, this is worse than potatoes.
Yeah.
So I got it started. We're going to add more once we put it in our dish. So let's start the oven really quick. This is not going on ultra broil, how we do most of the veggies.
No. Shankiny's asking about the olive oil. Can you tell her a little bit about what brand it is? And
Oh, I mean, what I'm
Will you
typically,
show her the bottle?
well, yeah. I mean, I don't know much about this specifically.
Just that you really loved it.
Organic. Always for me, I try to get the extra virgin, which means it's the first press, so it's got the most flavor. And
this one specifically is unfiltered as well, so it's like super punchy.
Really good. Fruity, peppery. I was trying to see what olives it was.
I think that one's Italian.
It's Italian, so don't know what olives are in it, unfortunately. It's from Partana, so it's probably the best region of olive oil you can get, because there's a brand called Partana that is excellent.
It's my favorite. I usually get that one at Whole Foods too, but we've been flying through oil so fast, so they only have the smaller ones. So I figured I'd better get a big one from you.
Yeah, so if you see Partana extra virgin,
Whole Foods definitely has that.
You know, it's probably the best, but
this specific one is Paisano, though.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead.
There's all my olive oil.
No, calm down. I used a lot, but it's nothing crazy. Well, sorry guys, jumped ahead of myself. I want to salt it. All right. We'll season it up. So the oil, even when water starts to come out, the oil will absorb more. So I'd say this is about as thick as you want to lay it. I'm like, for the layer, you're like too deep. Don't.
2 layers deep?
Yeah, don't.
So like, what's your total inches there? Like 2 inches?
Well, it's 2 cubes worth.
So
stacked.
Like 1.5 inches, 2 inches?
Yeah, it's 2 cubes worth. If you got too small of a pan, don't go higher than that. It's just not going to cook as nicely. And I'm using a covered dish. You do want to cover this, so if you don't have something with a lid, you need to wrap it in foil.
Make sure that your lid is oven safe before you stick it in there too.
Oven safe, everything. 2 layers. Salt, a lot of olive oil. It'll soak it up. That's how we're going to cook that.
So are you doing the confit tomatoes differently than the eggplant, or separately?
Well, I was going to put the tomatoes over top, but there's not enough room. So
okay.
I don't know. I'll probably just blister the tomatoes really fast. And for tomatoes, I'm just going to go through and stem them.
Michelle is asking, how does the olive oil on the eggplant stand up to the heat in the oven? Would avocado work as well?
So you don't worry about the heat, because it's not really going to get exposed to that really high heat that degrades the olive oil.
The direct heat.
Like, even though I've got it on 400, it's in a baking dish covered. The steam will start to generate. It's going to be a more gentle cooking process than like you're not pan frying.
Yeah, you don't want to saute with it.
Yeah. I use the olive oil strictly for the flavor, because that's essentially why I do it. It's because eggplant sponge, if you did avocado, it just doesn't have the flavor. Like, so I feel like it's almost, I don't know how to put it very well, but
well, it just won't have the same flavor.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah. But it's safe to cook that way, right? With the olive oil in the oven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's never going to get, what is the smoke point on olive oil? Like 340?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, we're not even going to get close to that?
Yeah.
Now, would I toss veggies? in olive oil and then high heat roast them under the broil. No, that's the whole.
But since we're slow roasting it,
Well, it's
well,
like
kind of sort of slow.
since we got it covered, it's not going to be exposed. Like, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. What are you doing right now?
I'm picking the tops off of my cherry tomatoes really fast.
Those are beautiful. Those are my favorite size. I feel like sometimes they get too big.
Well, depending on the variety, I'm worried about these. I don't know if they're sun golds or not.
Do you not like sun golds?
No, sun golds are the best, but if they're not, a lot of these orange tomatoes have really thick skin, so it just.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to know until you start eating them exactly what you got.
Michelle said that's so interesting. She's been avoiding olive oil with indirect heat more than she probably needed to. So,
Yeah,
good to know.
yes, indirect for flavor. It's excellent. You just can expose it to your grill, your saute pan,
The broiler.
the broiler in the oven, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Still great for using an olive oil cake too.
Olive oil cake, yes. There's little fuzzies on these, and my hands have that oil residue.
Your hands are going to be so soft from all that olive oil.
Yeah.
It's good for skincare too. Keep you moisturized.
Soak in it. Right.
Oh, Shankini said she got cherry tomatoes in her CSA box this week, so
Nice.
good timing for the
Oh man,
choice and things.
it's tough, man. It's tough.
What's tough?
Not everybody's CSAs are going to be so different.
Yeah, I know.
So it's
They're
just
probably starting to be somewhat overlappy this time of year, no? Or do you think they're really crazier?
I think it depends on where you are in Boulder County and what farm you signed up with. 'Cause
Yeah.
some farms still struggling to produce eggplants and tomatoes, and some farms it's like a bunch of crates full of it. So.
Yeah. Well, we've had unusually cool nights here this year
Yeah.
for the summer. Like, it's never stayed below 60 for the entire summer. And plants like eggplant and tomato and
Peppers.
all need those warm evenings to fully get their thing going on. So it's August and we are still not really getting warm, super warm evenings. So I don't know if peppers, how good of a yield they're going to have this year, unfortunately.
We'll see. It's not over till it's over. So.
It's true. Never know what's around the corner here.
So we're stemming these because I don't want to eat the stems. And if you wanted to confit these, like, give it a go.
Like with the eggplant
if you had a bigger
container
on your eggplant, I would just toss these tomatoes and let them slow cook over the eggplants to get them a little.
You'd toss them with olive oil?
Yeah, and then pour them over the eggplant.
Okay.
And let those just kind of steam with those and slow cook, kind of whatever. Or you could. This is where it gets like could be kind of wasteful, but you can take a small saucepan on your stove and put some just enough olive oil to cover these, and put that on low heat and lightly simmer your tomatoes until they're cooked that way.
Okay.
And then strain them off. I mean, I don't know if it doesn't really matter. We're gonna blister them today.
Shankini said she had tomatoes, beets, potatoes, torpedo, onion, hot peppers, basil, and cilantro.
Nice. Well, hopefully you put some
That's
of
a good
those.
box.
Hopefully you put some of those tropea onions in the in your corn.
They're so good.
And
Speaking of corn,
Super low. So we're starting to stick
Just
again.
Stir that under the camera. Thank you.
We're starting to stick again a little bit. But we cooked off the water we had, and or the corn starches kind of thickened up. Kind of a combination of both.
It's definitely looking creamier.
So cool. Well, this looks great. Tasting it, the starch is cooked off of these. So for now, I think I'll just turn it off because it's just continuing to kind of cook all our water off. So turn it off. I'll throw a lid on it. But yeah, it's done once you're all that cornstarch. You can kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a chalkiness that you'll get if it's still raw. And you just want a really low heat until that's gone. So taste for salt, pepper, all that good stuff. All right. So what we want to do with this should take about 15 minutes. I've now done this in our oven specifically, so it could take longer.
Yeah.
I don't
Depends
know.
whether or not it feels like behaving itself today.
I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
I think.
I hate this oven so much sometimes.
But if you have a true oven that cooks right, your confit should take about 15 minutes. We don't want it to be mushy. We're just trying to cook the eggplant. All right, let's get out our fish. Season that really quick.
Tell me a little bit about this fish?
Yeah, so good time. So this is going to be sable fish. It's also known as black cod, but it's not in the cod family. So
Super hard to get outside of Alaska.
don't know. We've used it at the restaurant several times. It's great for sashimi, ceviches. It's great seared. This is a really nice white fish. So, courtesy of Locavore, which is where we would get all of our chicken from at the restaurant. And he sells all the Buckner's meat and then sources some good seafoods throughout the year. So if you're ever in a pinch some week or whatever, pop over to his website. They deliver right to your house. So
They also have like weekly and monthly boxes, I believe, that you can get. Right now, they are offering all of our listeners, followers, $20 off their first order. If you guys want to use the code FARO20 for $20 off your first order, you're welcome to do that and hopefully enjoy getting some good local meat taken right to your front door.
yeah, it's pretty convenient. Little gig, man. And Craig is awesome.
Yeah, he actually was telling me when he dropped all this stuff off the other day about the chicken. You know, we used to get it from Jayhawk Farms, but they've recently stopped raising chickens for meat. So he actually has gone through the trouble of teaching other farmers out in Kansas how to properly raise chicken in a sustainable way. and have really high quality birds. So it's great to know they're kind of putting out that whole ethos for their sourcing and supporting the people that are growing it at the same time.
And so, just a little bit on skinning fish. So this kind of fish, black cod, the skin is not really edible in the sense that I like it. Could you eat it? Yes, but it's not as tender as, get down.
He said he'll eat it.
It's not as tender as like black bass or snapper or the hybrid bass that we used to get at the restaurant. So it's a little trickier in fillet form. But what I do to get the skin off before we cook it is slice on the edge there and then holding it by the skin. You want your knife angled towards the skin side, and it's how do you explain this?
You're kind of just like peeling the skin off, right? Without chunking out all the flesh.
Yeah. Best you can.
So you almost kind of like letting gravity do a little bit of the work
Well,
there. Like it's like holding the fish and like helping you separate it with your knife.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's awkward because it's these small chunks. Ideally, you're just going along with your knife down, and it's just kind of like you're shaving it almost.
Yeah, and you definitely need a sharp knife for this, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, you're going to shred it. And it's always, you could always, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can cut it and the skin will peel right off after you cook it. Like you can cook it first and then flip it over and kind of peel the skin off that way.
If you were going to cook it with the skin on, would you cook skin side first then?
No.
No?
Seared, you want your presentation side. So you'd sear the nice white top. And then for like 75% of the cook, and then flip it and finish it for the little rest of the way.
Okay.
And then the skin will release. And then for pin boning these, you're not going to use tweezers. We're just going to cut the bones out. So we'll get a few little...
So how do I know where the bones are?
You can feel them.
Okay.
Right down the center of this fillet, they're here.
You can kind of almost see them.
Go slow because they can curve like into your fish. So when you're slicing, if you feel them with the edge of your knife, just instead of cutting through the bone, just try and follow it, because sometimes you might have to curve slightly as you go down.
You don't want to break the bone while you're doing it.
I mean, you just don't want to just cut right through it and then leave bones in half your fillet or whatever. So
yeah, it's never fun chewing on fish bones.
And then I personally, this bloodline isn't bad. That's going to be this red on the bottom here. Mm-hmm. This pink red, this isn't bad. Some fish like tuna, it's very, very strong. Even some salmons, it can be very strong, and you just kind of want to trim some of it off. But this fish, it's going to be mild. So
when you say strong, do you mean like the flavor? Yeah,
it can be very, tastes more like strong. I mean, when you say like canned tuna kind of has a stronger flavor. Does that make sense? It's because
it's kind of fishy.
They mix the bloodline into that.
Okay.
And so you can see here, that's what I mean by bones can be curved. You see how I had to, you see that? Does that pick up?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to curve with the bone. Which means when you're cutting it from the other side, curve with the bone. So you get as most of your fillet as you can.
Michelle said the fish is beautiful. Do you use black cod for certain types of seafood meals, or anywhere whitefish such as tilapia would work well?
Yeah, this is going to have a little I love black cod because it's a nice white fish. It's not, I don't know if I'd necessarily call this flaky like tilapia would be as much. It's a little meatier, but it also has a little more fat content to it.
Is it meaty like tuna and salmon? Kind of?
Meaty, like just a not flaky, but maybe denser. I don't term.
Yeah, well, I understand like flounder is like what I would probably call flaky.
Flaky, yeah.
Because it just shreds
Flounder,
apart.
tilapia, sole, they just shred. They're
But
super
these
flaky.
These will still have flakes, but it's kind of like tuna flakes, right? Like if you don't, yeah, if you did like a well done tuna and you flaked it, like it would be bigger chunks of flake.
But yeah, I mean, you can use this wherever white fish you would want to eat. Yeah, but it's pretty awesome. So, and this, you know, they've got to bring it in. They break it down, and then it's flash frozen in these zips, like either the day it's catched or the day after. I mean, this stuff is so fresh. There's no, like, I didn't rinse it or anything out of the bag. And it's not slimy. It's not, no odors or anything. So, cool. All right. Eggplants are working. We'll go ahead and we can blister our tomatoes really quick. So I do have a little residual olive oil in here, but nothing too crazy. We're going to spritz a little avocado. We just want to coat the skins just enough. Nothing till they're glossy, but not dripping. And then we'll go ahead and rip this pan. Really quick. That's chilling. We can go ahead and season these fillets. I'm going to go ahead and do a little more white pepper. All right.
So you're doing both sides of the fish with salt and pepper?
Yep, they're you know, slightly thicker fish if you're using really thin fillets from like Dover sole or something. For this dish, I would just season one side so you don't over salt everything.
What's your cutoff for thickness? You had to give me a...
Like half of this.
Like a half inch?
If my fillet was like half this thickness, which, yeah, about a half an inch or so.
Half inch and under thick, then you don't have to salt both sides, but anything over that you probably would.
Yeah. Maybe even like just over a quarter inch. You just risk trying to over season it, and then I don't know. Fish is already delicate flavor.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I guess depending if it came from the ocean, it might already have a little salinity too. Maybe.
No.
It made sense to me.
No.
Well, just like wines that are grown by the ocean usually have like some salinity to them.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It doesn't taste salty, but it's there.
I don't think so. So. Cool. Pan's hot. If you want to check it, do your little water. It dances around.
You didn't put any oil in there?
On the tomatoes.
Oh, it's on the tomatoes. You did these in avocado oil?
Yes.
Okay.
I talked about it.
Got it. Sorry, I had to step away for a
And
second.
just enough to coat the skins, like just a light coating. And yep, you can see them. I mean, the pan's super hot. I'll probably turn it down to medium. We're smoking a little. So cook that down a little, and then we'll wait for these eggplant to be a little closer before I sear the fish. The tomatoes can sit for a while, but I don't know. I don't want the fish sitting around too long. So
Shankini agrees with me. She said it was brined its whole life.
yeah.
Sorry, somebody's on my side today.
That's fine. Okay. Let's see. So I didn't season the tomatoes beforehand. I didn't want the little salt granules to be like a thing in between the skin and the pan. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like just get as much surface contact as possible. You can kind of see the skins where they sit on the hot pan. You just get a nice little sear, and then we kind of move them around. We are waiting until you kind of see the skin start splitting on them, and then we'll take them off.
Probably my favorite way in the whole world to eat tomatoes. Just blistering them and then eating them. They almost kind of like pop in your mouth.
Yeah, you got to be really careful.
Well, yeah, when they're hot.
Yeah.
I've definitely had the bad side of that happen before too, but they're so good. So how long does the eggplant cook?
I said about 15 minutes
Okay.
total.
Has it been that long?
Nope.
Okay.
Cool. So these are busting. So we will take them off.
Michelle's asking if the tomatoes fit in the covered roasting pan with the eggplant. Do they cook for the same amount of time as the eggplant?
Yeah, so I like them just, you want the inside to kind of get soft and cooked, and the skins will remain mostly intact. And that process with the eggplant, it's a nice way to just get it all in one shot. But
You're getting like the chef spa treatment over here today. Getting some steam, got some olive oil for moisturizer.
right.
Still need some more time.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you looking for?
Just
to
the
determine that?
eggplant to just be cooked. So it won't be mushy. I'll show you what that looks like when they're ready, and once they're closer, we'll get this pan going for these fishies, and then we'll be done. It's a pretty simple meal.
It is, but it's so full of good summer goodness.
Yeah.
So what you got there?
Oh, really good basil.
Looks like it's flouring out a little bit.
I think it did that in the jar.
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. I usually keep our basil in a mason jar, like a flower vase, with water, just to keep it alive, because it doesn't like the fridge, and it's very much alive.
Yeah.
It went from just regular old basil to flowering out, so it's trying to seed itself while it's sitting in the water.
Yeah, I brought it home straight from the farm and put it right in the jar. So
It didn't sit in your car first.
What's that?
Said it didn't sit in your car first.
I
You love to do that.
Even if it did, it's still looking great. So.
So you're just breaking everything off the stem?
Yeah. Yeah, really quick, and then we'll do minimal processing here so we don't bruise it. Yeah, just nice. I love chunks of basil, so.
Well, you don't want to cut it too much either, right?
Well, the more you run your knife through you're going to bruise it at some point. So we just do minimal. And I mean, sometimes that's okay, but. We'll toss this with the eggplant while it's hot. Just when we get there.
So fragrant.
Yeah.
I can smell that. Shinkini says she has some shishitos.
Oh,
if
nice.
she decides to blister, what should she toss on it?
Same as we did this.
So nothing? Just
oil.
Oil and
yeah,
pan?
Toss them with your oil. Throw them in the hot pan. Shake them around a bit every few minutes. And then once they come out, hit them with some salt. They're really good with like toasted sesame seeds or maybe even a little togarashi or something sprinkled on them.
And then some aioli to dunk them in.
Maybe a little homemade mayonnaise or something.
The classic.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do blistered peppers and eggplants when we get the little fairy tale eggplants.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I saw a few of those out
and
somewhere.
We would do like a Persian spice aioli with those. Kind of swipe them up.
Is that with the dua?
No, that was with like the rose and it's Persian blend with rose, cinnamon. It's like the blend from the spice cake.
Oh, the Persian love cake?
Yeah, we'd take a bunch
pistachios?
of those. Take all those spices from that and mix it in mayonnaise. And then, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, whenever you had the pepper and eggplant dishes, I feel like it usually was like September.
Yep, it sure was.
I think that was on our opening menu, actually.
Yeah, probably.
I recall something about that from the beginning.
Yeah, because it's
so long ago.
There's so many coming in at that time.
Yeah.
Like in 3 weeks from now, the peppers and eggplants are just nuts. Like people can't sell enough of them.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll have that problem with peppers this year.
Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, same with okra though. If you like threw these in a pan and do what we did last week, use those too.
I love grilling okra.
Yeah.
Just get that little bit of char on the outside.
Yeah, so good.
All the oil soaks in them really good. They're almost like eating French fries.
Yeah. All right. I'm getting impatient.
Sounds like you should have started with your eggplant, huh?
Yeah, it seems so. All right. So the starch is set up a little. I'm just going to add like a tablespoon of water to this. Cool.
Michelle says she got fresh basil in her CSA this week for the first time and been floored with the difference in aroma and taste. Got a bit left for this dinner, making it later this evening, but they wanted to watch it live first before cooking.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, the fresh basil, like when it's fresh like that, the oils are there, like it's just so good.
It's not the same from the store.
No. When it gets shipped across the country or across continents sometimes.
Yeah, depending.
So
it's definitely one of those plants that needs lots of sun and lots of heat, and it's not happy unless it's getting both at the same time. So once those cooler days start to settle in, basil kind of loses its happiness.
Yeah, but man.
It's hard to find anywhere else. Some of our local farms have had it in the past, but I don't know where to get it currently. But there's something called cinnamon basil that literally smells just like cinnamon.
We have it at Sunflower.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, Sunflower does have it?
We have some.
Oh, so good. You guys have a farm stand too, right?
Yeah.
People can go pick up if they're not on the CSA.
Yep. Okay, so eggplants are like a couple minutes out. So we can.
Do they still have a little too much texture? Is that what you're...
Well, I just want to make sure they're cooked. So you can see, let me try and point this out.
Sorry. I just want to help everybody figure out what they're
I know.
doing.
This is the best technique, and it's easy to overdo it. So, so I don't know if you can see how these all look very much kind of more translucent. But you see this one here. Can you see that little, there's almost like an opaqueness to it.
If you stop wiggling your finger around and point to what you're trying to show me.
Down
yes.
here. It's like...
Yeah, there's still like a little bit of whiteness to it.
A little bit.
Okay.
So, and the skin is not, the skin's still really purple. So basically you want your skin to more so to look more,
Like
start to turn brown, okay? That's when they're perfect. So these will be done. They've started to steam, which is great. Which means the cooking process for what we're looking for is almost there. Like they are just cooked.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about, yeah.
Right at that perfect point.
Yeah. So we'll get this pan reheated, get this fish seared.
Because the fish cooks quick.
Very fast.
Yeah. So
we're going to take it to...
do that too early. And especially if you have a thinner fillet, it'll probably take even less time than what ours are going to take.
Yeah. So technically you could eat this raw. We're going to take this to like 130 degrees. Something like wild caught salmon. You want to take it to 145. If you can find like a farm raised certified parasite free salmon, you can cook that to whatever temperature you want.
Yeah.
But the wild caught, you just have, there's some fish that are fine wild caught and some that are not fine to eat raw.
Yeah.
And if you're ever unsure, please just look it up or ask wherever you're buying the fish from. They should know.
And if they don't, then don't.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You just, sashimi grade, there's a process to it. It's frozen to like negative, what, 60 degrees or 120 or something.
Something crazy, yeah.
To kill off stuff, but then it's thawed back out. So that's cold enough to kill everything. You know, most stuff is just done in a standard freezer. It's not enough to do it. And then some stuff is even sold just fresh.
Yeah.
Which it's fine as long as they're testing. Like a lot of farm-raised salmons are served fresh, but they test for parasites, and it's fine. So just something to be aware of. So.
Just a little oil in the pan.
Just enough to coat. I'm not really trying to fry this. We would just want to get a good sear.
Is there a side of the fish that you
want to put the presentation side in the pan first? So the side that the skin was on is going to be up.
Okay.
If you're doing a skin on fish, like snapper, striped bass, any of those.
One where you can actually eat the skin?
One where the skin's tasty. You want to do skin side down and cook it most of the way on the skin. So it's...
I know. I see a lot of people scrape the skin off their fish, but they're missing out. It's like crispy potato chips on there. So good. It's one of my favorite parts about eating fish with skin on.
All right.
Oh, that's smelling good already.
Oh, it was so fresh.
That was a really nice surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, Craig reached out and said he had some good fish, so
I'll take it.
We
I've
said-
been wanting fish, so it's almost like he just read my mind.
Yeah.
It's hard to find it around here though, like from like the markets and stuff.
Well, just
Like it was easier in the restaurant. At least we could like order it straight from like the purveyors, but
well,
with
yeah.
everything
I mean,
else, like getting it in the grocery store, it's so hard.
when we
to-
had the
to
restaurant,
know.
I had fish people that I trusted that brought us stuff. But
Or-
like, you know, places like Whole Foods. I don't know. There's probably a couple fish markets that do a great job around town, but when you're looking at Whole Foods, I don't know how long they hold on to stuff. It's not like there are days where I'll get shrimp or fish, and within a day, it's like the whole house stinks.
And sometimes it's good.
Yeah, and sometimes it is.
More often than not, Whole Foods is usually decent, but it's still a crapshoot. Honestly, Blue Reef here in Longmont,
Yeah, I've had good luck with them.
yeah, they usually have good fish. It's still kind of tough though. Too much oil.
Well, and the fish has a little oil
Oh, okay.
coming out of it, so just
Probably
a
need
little
to
too much.
Turn up that head vent a little bit.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
So we are. I want to cook this the majority of the way from the one side. Just, I like it seared really well. You get a nice crispy one side without overcooking it. And let's pull the eggplant so we don't overcook that. So can you see the bottom of that? How it's sizzling? Nice amount of steam coming out.
Yeah.
Like that's going to guarantee everything's cooked how we want it.
With it
So,
sizzling?
yeah, with the sizzle and the steam, like all the skins should have a little brownness to them. Those pieces I pointed to earlier that had some whiteness.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a couple little spots left, but overall it should be.
Well, the carryover cooking will probably finish
Yeah.
them off.
So that's that. This down. This is a good time to throw the basil in the eggplants here. And so that your eggplant doesn't turn brown. Not your eggplant, your basil. So if you leave your basil like this on top, it's going to brown on you. Just because it needs to almost like to kind of blanch or whatever. I don't know. It needs to be slightly cooked versus just left to wilt on top. And you can see as we're stirring this, the eggplant's not all mushy. It's not disintegrating into nothing. You know, we took that process, and you can see in the pan, there's not, I would say there's not oil left over.
No, it definitely soaked it all up.
So it's soaked up. And so that's that. Getting a little hot. Turn it down a little. And what? I've got this ginormous fish spat here. Okay. We're just going to let it.
So since it didn't release easily, it wasn't ready to be flipped, right?
Yeah.
And when it is ready, it'll release.
Man, I hope so. So if your pan wasn't hot enough, when you put it in, it can stick because it didn't seal. And you can see the extra oil coming out of the fish because I dumped everything off.
Yeah.
Now we have even more. So that's just kind of the difference between this fish in most white fish,
They're usually not that
it's
oily.
not as fatty. So that's what I really love about these. Nice and high in omega-3s. Put this over here. Tomatoes. Which,
Now, if I didn't have basil, because you didn't really give us specific herbs to use with our meal
Sure.
today, what else could I use
Well, I mean,
that would
what?
taste good with this?
I think a little fresh thyme or a little oregano. I'd say out of everything, those three: basil, oregano, or thyme. If you have any of that, throw it in.
Could I use something like tarragon or sage?
For sure, tarragon. Sage, I think, would be a little overwhelming for the fish.
What about mint or cilantro?
Mint, I don't necessarily think would fit the flavor profile the best. My opinion.
And cilantro?
Cilantro could be nice.
Especially if it was combined maybe with the basil or...
All right. So for fish, I'm going to, as soon as we flip, I like to turn off the pan to let the heat get kind of more gentle as it goes. Really helps you reduce the risk of like overcooking your food.
Well, you've really kind of cooked it most of the way through at this point.
Yeah,
And if you had a smaller fillet, like it's probably already done.
thinner, you'd flip it
Within
15
a few minutes.
seconds.
Yeah.
Pull it. But I like to use the thermometer.
Always with the thermometer.
We're at 125, so we're close to where I want it to be.
Where are you taking it to?
I'm taking these to 130, letting them carry over a little to 135 because this is edible raw, so I'm not worried about if it's the full 145.
But most fish should be a 145 if it's not like
If you don't
sashimi grade.
if you don't know what temperature you should cook it to, you should cook it to 145.
Okay.
All right. Quickly, just add a little heat to the corn. Tomatoes, I'm fine if they're more room temp or just lightly warm. The eggplant is still nice and hot. As you can see the steam there. And our fish is ready, so let's do this.
Sounds like somebody woke up from his nap.
Cool, corn steaming. So we're good. So for this dish, what I'm going to do...
Did you put butter in that?
No, I
Oh.
didn't.
I was going to say, I think I missed that part, but I know
I'll put
you
butter in
normally
it.
do.
And I'll give you the butter. Yeah, throw some butter in your cream corn.
How much?
For what we did, like a tablespoon is fine. If you did 8, 10 ears or whatever, a couple tablespoons.
About a tablespoon for every 3 to 4 ears, roughly.
Sure. You know, it's always great. You know, you swipe your corn, your fresh grilled corn with a little butter.
Butter makes everything good. So is that really the only other thing that's in the corn then?
Yes,
So why do they call it cream corn if there's no cream in it?
because it's creamy. So we're going to do this nice little side swipe. Fish is perfect. gonna take yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh, the double fillet.
Yeah, we each get 2 pieces tonight.
Okay.
And then we can take our
This is always my mom's favorite part, watching you plate everything up.
eggplant. Do a couple nice piles of eggplant. Like so. Right? And then these really nice tomatoes. Let's say just kind of put a few on it. Each side. It's always good. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Have fun. Make it tasty. We tried everything for salt. Please don't forget to do that. You know?
One of Chef's biggest pet peeves. Did you
Gotta
taste your
try it.
food? His line cooks probably still have dreams about it.
I hope so. Better taste their food. So yeah, simple summertime. Starting to use up these cool ingredients we're getting in, and it's hard to beat fresh fish and with corn and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I guess I'll give it a whirl and let you know.
Oh, you guess, huh?
Because I know the sable fish is going to be awesome.
It smells so good in here right now. I am very hungry. I wasn't hungry until I smelled it all.
Yeah.
That did it?
Yeah, it's so good. Nice texture on the fish, that crust side.
It's my favorite part.
And then the eggplant still has nice texture. Tomatoes add a little pop of acidity here and there.
I had to sneak one more in, huh?
It's so good. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, because
Yeah, I'm about to.
oh, so tasty. So yeah, please share, like, subscribe, all this with anyone who thinks, or with anybody that could use it, really, because
Yeah.
it's hard to beat.
Your fellow CSA people, your farmers market friends.
Yeah,
I
whoever.
mean, we're here to help everybody cook their food and make delicious things out of everything that grows here. So
Yeah, because realistically, like, for me, it's just trying to help people understand seasonality and all that. So, but
that and make the most of it, right? When it's
Yeah,
fresh,
and-
like why not?
like, if you hate eggplant, you probably won't hate this.
No. I've seen you turn a few people's minds around on vegetables that they thought they hated, but they just never had them done right. So
Yeah. So it's just the difference of,
Rufus wants to know where his piece is.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just the difference of preparation. I mean, like, most people hate Brussels sprouts, but I guarantee it's because you get them out of the can.
Or you had them boiled to hell and they're just mushy, rotten, disgusting things.
Sweet. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekends. Hopefully you enjoy cooking this later, or you just did. And yeah, we'll be back next week with some more fun recipes, I think. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.